I want to get into the inside scoop. I mean, things that make me happy. I love ice cream and scoops, and I also like football. So let's get into this inside scoop. Of course, breaking down the crucial plays of the game with our guy Todd Davis, the real 51, even though I saw another 51 on the field yesterday.
Yeah, I got to talk to Greg about that. see if we can get some things changed. No, but this is the Broncos, man. I think they had a pretty good game yesterday. I want to highlight a couple of plays. This is the first quarter, starting off early with some good runs by Javonte. And what I liked most is that, what was hurting the Broncos defense early in the year were powers. People running all those powers, people finding different ways to get into the formations. And the Broncos were like, hey, we could do it too. So you see Javonte get this handoff. This is a power. They found another way to do it. Instead of having the guard pull around, they just have the tackle block down on the outside, and they bring the tight end that's off the ball back as the second puller. So they're able to bring these two pullers around. They have the fullback leading the way. The tight end comes around and does a chop block. I wish he would have stayed up because it creates a little bit more of a clean running lane for Javonte. But nevertheless, with people in his face, Javonte is able to maneuver through the offensive line, get to the second level. And this is what I love. You get a running back who's hard to tackle and a lot of green grass. And shout out to the offensive line for doing their job this play. But this is what you want. Javonte is a talented runner. If you're able to give him just a little window, I think he's able to make you regret it for sure.
Yeah, and I mean, shout out to the offensive line. They were opening up big holes for Javonte, Jaleel, Samaje all day long, and then you get Javonte ahead of steam.
Yep.
He's impossible to tackle. Jaleel, you just get him a little bit of room, and he's going to make it even more. And then Samaje also had a really good game, and shout out to the offensive line. I'm happy you highlighted him, Todd.
They're really good right now.
Yeah.
Like, I thought that they'd move up, so they came into the game with 4.9 yards per carry, which was fourth in the NFL. Got up to 5.1 yesterday. It's still fourth. I was kind of thinking that might get them up to like 2 or 3, which would be cool. But that's the level they're playing at.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's been basically every game that they've been able to run like this. A couple games they didn't commit to it, and that stung them. But you've got that going in a snowy game on Sunday against a team that's without its middle linebacker.
Yep.
I don't know. There might be something there.
All right, I'm with it. And that's why part of the reason why when you bring up Marvin Mims, like, I just don't see where he gets his touches right now.
Yeah.
Cortland was 100%, Jerry was 100%, and then you have, in my eyes, they maybe should run the ball a little bit more. They're doing such a good job
100%.
with it. Like, they should find a way to get the ball in these, dynamic runners' hands.
Of course, and I mean, Jaleel had 4 carries for, I believe, over 40 yards. I think 42 yards in the first half.
Yep.
Only got 1 carry in the second half. So I think even despite the team having 25 rushes to 29 dropbacks yesterday, they should run the ball even more. And that 5.8 yards per carry that the Broncos had yesterday includes the 2-yard loss by Michael Burton that they did on a fullback dive, and an 11-yard loss by Marvin Mims. So, like, 2 cute plays.
Yep.
Even with those going for negative 13 yards combined, they still averaged 5.8 yards per carry. Javonte averaged 5.5 yards per carry. Jaleel, 9 yards per carry.
Damn.
Russ had that one really nice run where he just took off for 21 yards, and Samaje, 2 carries for 10 yards.
So if you take off Mims and Burton, would have been 6.9 yards per carry.
Nice.
Yep, nice.
I like it. Your math is phenomenal, my guy.
Yeah.
All right, this is the next play. So offensive line did a great job on the play before. Once again, they do it again. This is what's called the kick. And offensive coordinators love the kick because it allows the running back to pick a hole. So basically, we're going to put a body on a body. Pause, you hear. We're going to put a body.
Oh, wow.
Basically, they put a body on a body, and they block it up to where you can choose any one of these gaps. You can go through the A gap between the center and the guard. You can go through the B gap between the guard and the tackle, and you can pick whatever hole is open for you and find a lane, and that's exactly what Javonte does. You see the O lineman kind of smashing their blocks down, and this C gap kind of opens up, and he does the rest. He's able to avoid and get off of blocks. He doesn't get tackled by the first guy, and that's what I love about him. And that's what's so hard, because you feel like Jaleel deserves carries, but it's never a time where Javonte runs the ball and like, dang, they should have had Jaleel in. Like, he's doing a phenomenal job himself.
And Samaje got the ball twice and had 2 5-yard runs.
Yep.
And this,
all 3 of them.
Yeah.
And actually, so the Broncos, they signed Emmanuel Wilson. I think they had Yeah, at that time it was 3 undrafted rookie free agents this offseason. So Jaleel, Emmanuel, I forget who the other one was. He would have been there in camp. But they cut Emmanuel Wilson, who made the Packers roster and was carrying the ball. So they could have, if they had held on to him, had another running back, another undrafted rookie who could potentially be a part of the rotation, which is crazy. And they obviously don't need him, but
Yeah.
the depth that they had at that point is pretty wild.
And Emmanuel Wilson yesterday for the Packers, 2 carries for 19 yards.
Yeah.
Almost 10 yards per carry. Pretty good.
All right, next one. All right, this next one is a shout out to Russ. I know I give him a lot of slack on this show. Yeah, I guess
Not much slack, a lot of slack.
But this is a good job him finding Jerry Jeudy. Truthfully, Jerry was open the entire time, and he could have hit him right here. But nevertheless, the offensive line is trying to hold their blocks. They don't do a great job this time. He's able to evade pressure, step up in the pocket, and is able to throw a dart to Jerry Jeudy to get another first down and keep the ball rolling, and ultimately led to 3 points by the offense. So shout out to him for making this play. And Jerry Jeudy for staying alive, man. I think it was a good job for him sitting. He found a hole in the coverage. You don't have to run and get out of the hole and you know, just hope that Russ finds you, sit there and do your job. And he did good.
Yeah, and I mean, actually, Todd, you gave him slack and flack on that
did.
play because he could have thrown it to Jeudy earlier, but I think you're right. That's a fair criticism. It's also a fair compliment that he did a good job of finding time in the pocket to throw the ball.
I try to keep it honest. I try to be honest. All right, this is 1st and 10, you know, third quarter where the offense is kind of sputtering, but they're finding ways to get the ball going again. You know, when you run the ball really well, it forces teams to get in the man coverage. And when they get in the man coverage, they have to load the box. They have to try to stop Javonte and our talented running backs. And that's when you get guys one-on-one. And this is Russell Wilson finding Jerry Jeudy in one-on-one coverage. They motion down to a stack with him and Cortland. When you have those two great playmakers together, I think it's tough for any defense to try to manage them. And, you know, Jerry Jeudy runs a simple out route here, but he's able to get away from the defender. You see him right there, and then Russ just throws a dart to him once again. So this is when Jerry Jeudy is at his best. If he can get one-on-one coverage, I don't think there's really anybody in the league that can stick with him one-on-one. And just like this is separation. He has like 4 yards of separation on a simple out route. Like
Yeah.
He runs his routes really well, and he was able to get away, and Russ was able to find him the ball. When we run the ball well, we're able to put our receivers in one-on-one coverage, and against Cortland and Jerry Jeudy, I think they're going to win.
Yeah. Yeah. And just another great breakdown pass and the running game.
Yeah.
Todd, are you an offensive guy now? You're just breaking down offense. I mean, do you wish you would have played tight end? Is that what you're saying?
No, I think if I was a tight end, I felt like I would have been a dog, though. I for sure would have been a dog.
You would have been the Greg Dulcich route, the Chris Manhertz route, the Travis Kelce route.
No, I would have been like, why am I blanking now? The boy from San Fran.
Oh,
Kittle.
George Kittle.
Yeah.
He's a dog.
Yeah, because I would have loved to block just as much as I would have, you know, loved to catch touchdown passes.
Yeah.
So
They all say that, but I never believe them.
I do
Who?
believe George Kittle.
I believe George Kittle.
You believe Kittle?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's laughing while he's
Yeah.
throwing you in the dirt. Like, he's having a good time with it.
Yep. Man, Todd, one of your former teammates. Just really unfortunate that Jake Butt wasn't able to stay healthy. Jake Butt was picked by the Broncos 1 pick before George Kittle.
Really?
Yes.
Yep.
How about that?
Well, Jake Butt was a really good
He was.
he was a really good tight end in college.
Yeah,
and
he
he got
was.
injured.
He
Yep.
did.
So he really would have been higher up had
it's
he
true.
not been injured.
Oh, I told myself that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, like first, second round pick.
There was
Absolutely.
somebody in a Jake Butt jersey at the tailgate yesterday.
Wow.
Yeah. Had Jake Butt and Osweiler.
Dang.
You gotta
know,
have
it's a big
Jake on.
day.
You know he does like film breakdowns and stuff now. So
Big Ten Network, I think.
yeah, we gotta have him on the
Yeah.
show.
We should do that.
That'd be
Yeah.
great, especially if the
Oh,
Broncos
yeah.
look at J.J. McCarthy
Uh-huh.
from Michigan,
Oh,
his
yeah.
former school. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we might have to have a tight end day with Jake Butt.
We should
Well,
have.
let's not go too far. You know what I'm saying? We could just one at a time. One at a time.
Oh man, that's good.
All right, this is next one is the play to Cortland. This is great play design.
Yes.
Once again, they're in man-to-man. So, like I said, when you're able to run the ball, you force teams to try and defend you the best they can. And they're forcing the Packers' hand by putting them in man coverage. And this is just a switch release. Little bit of a pick, but I'm for the Denver Broncos, so I didn't see anything. And Cortland's able to get to the outside. This is a good ball from Russell Wilson, he doesn't try to force it. He just lobs it up there, lets Court run under it, and it's a touchdown. Good celebration by Court. And his draft stock went up right there.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely did. And I mean, man, just a great play design. If you do that play, it is going to be called a penalty at sometimes, but it's smart to do it because other times it's not going to be called a penalty. And man, I thought the game was over right here. I was like, with the way the Packers offense has been so inept, 16-3 lead, game is over.
Really? See, I was looking at saying 7-1 odds on the Packers. 11 in a row. I didn't take it though.
You were being savage yesterday. You're throwing out the live bet mid halftime to say bet on the Packers.
I didn't
to
say
win.
bet on them. I said here are the odds. Should people bet on them? It's a question.
I think it was leading.
And the answer was no.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it was leading because they'd lost 10 times in a row with a halftime lead. So halftime.
They hadn't.
Well, they had.
No, not according to Sean
Well,
Payton. They had not. Henry.
They had. He hadn't. He hadn't.
He had lost 3.
The Broncos had. Sean Payton's Broncos, no.
Oh, here we go. Some defense.
Defense. This is my last clip, but I have to point out something that I didn't love yesterday, I guess, from our defense, and that was our rush. We didn't have the ability to get to the quarterback.
Yeah.
And this is 5-on-5. This is big on big. There's 5 rushers on 5 on linemen, and we just need one person to win a one-on-one matchup, and we're not finding a way to do it. We gave Jordan Love too much time, and I thought that, we did a great job of defending this play. We're in zone coverage, like a form of cover 3, but there's so much time that Jordan has. They allowed this tight end to get all the way across to the other side of the field behind both of our linebackers. With our corners being vacating in cover 3 with a man deep. This is simply because we're just not able to win one-on-one pass rush blocks right now. And I know that young guys like Nick Bonita are stepping up and making plays, but these are the times that we need you to step up and make a play and allow our rush and coverage to work together, because this is way too much time for Jordan Love. And if we give other quarterbacks like Patrick Mahomes this kind of time, these are like touchdown plays, you know what I'm saying? So we got to be able to win one-on-one blocks.
Yeah, maybe the worst game for the pass rush. And I thought it set up to be a great game for the pass rush, just because Jordan Love is a guy that can hold on to the ball for a long time, can kind of get flustered and roll out, and then that leads to more sacks. And I don't even want to say credit to him, because I just think it was an off day for the Broncos pass rush. Yeah. And I saw that last clip. That was Kareem about to light him up.
Was that what happened? I don't think that was a flag, man. I think that was a terrible call, and I think that the offense has to do something to protect themselves. It's not all on me.
I haven't dug in, but I still haven't seen the angle where it shows the helmet to helmet.
It's like he's right underneath. I felt like, like chest and like neck.
Yeah.
Ooh,
I still haven't seen it. That's all I can say.
Yeah, I think he hits the head pretty clearly.
Does he?
And unfortunately, I mean, Kareem, because he was fined this last time for the 4th time, $43,000 for was it a hit or was it just I think it was. Yeah. And that was escalated to $43,000. It should have been like $10,000 or something, but it was escalated because of it was his 4th time. This one's gonna be like a $100,000 fine.
He got it.
He's only making
he's only making $2 million, right?
Yeah.
Like, this is actually hurting his paycheck now. And I think he's going to be suspended, unfortunately.
Which is a game paycheck.
I think, which will be a game pay. On top of, they'll also fine him for this pass hit. So, man, I agree with Sean Payton. Sean said Kareem's not trying to play dirty. I do not think Kareem Jackson is a dirty player. I just think he plays 100%. And these plays with the way the rules are now are just going to happen. But Kareem, you can't hit any part of the head, even if it's with your shoulder. You just can't do it with the way the rules are. And I think it's more of an issue with the rules, and like there's just nothing you can do in that situation. But I think
can you pull up that clip?
I think by the rules, if you go to Andrew Mason's, look at that.
Look when he launches. He's launching now. His shoulders are below the tight end shoulders.
Yeah.
Yep.
The tight end then drops his body.
Yep.
And meets and comes level with Kareem. So what can I do there? I've already launched my body to make a clean tackle.
Yeah.
And I'm going to hit this guy right underneath, like by his elbow.
Yeah.
But if he drops, now I can't move at that point.
No, and
You've
again,
made your decision.
It makes it really tough and unfair on defenses. But the way the rule is, they don't care about any of that.
No, they don't care about any
They
of
don't
that.
care. So just by the rule, though, it was the right call. But I totally agree with what
We
you're
need to
saying,
talk
Todd.
to
It isn't fair. So I think in the moment they got it right, but I do think that it's just so unfair to defenses.
We got to talk to somebody at the NFL.
Yeah.
And you just continue to see it with Kareem, and man, it just stinks because now he might be fined like $100,000 for this one, miss another $100,000 if that's a game check. We're talking about like $300,000 of a guy that's making like right around $2 million.
What are the
Yeah,
odds?
he's making $2 million this year, but this is his 14th year in the
It's
league.
true. It's true.
I'm sure he's okay.
I'm sure he's okay.
I don't even know if he's worried about the $2 million from this year coming in.
Maybe
so.
not. I think like you're not playing for money at this point.
He's blessed.
That's true.
He's
What are the
blessed.
odds that he winds up paying to play this year?
Oh,
Like the fines outweigh the salary. Like he needs at least
No, that
a
would
few
be a
more
lot
big
more,
ones.
yeah.
Yeah.
that would be insane.
That
Yeah.
would be.